Hello peeps and welcome back to Modded Minecraft with Nightdagger, episode 54. It's been a few days since I've recorded, but oh damn it, I just missed it. I had just gotten a lightning strike and I was trying to catch it on camera, but with everything running through here smoothly now and not restricting its packets of 2048, it's hard to catch them on camera because when it happens it only lasts for like a minute. But as you can see, I've got 5 more UU matter here. And if we take a flight down here, you're going to notice some fresh dirt there. You're going to notice my door is gone. You're going to notice 35 UU matter in here. You're also going to notice no signs here. That is because a rat bastard, stupid mother frappin' creeper got into my warehouse, or just outside my warehouse, and I went wandering out my front door and boom. Took out the wall, took out 3 more quantum chests, all full of crap, including my wood chest, which I actually was using. It has not been a good evening. However, I did get a lot of building done off camera. So, let me show you what I did. If we go to the end, and we pop in here, we will notice now that I'm getting render glitches. That is not good. Let's go ahead and go back here. This is the same thing that happened the last time when my frame quarry exploded. Oh, hello. Okay. Alright, nothing exploded. Good. You can see I have 3 windmills up there now. You can also see that I completed this. I've got a nice little room here with some torches on the ground just to give us some light. Obsidian roof. If we walk out here, wow, we have an airlock. We come up the stairs to a landing bay that's entirely encoded in reinforced glass. If we take a flight out here, we've even got ourselves a little satellite dish. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? I think so. I used up all my iron doing this, but it was well worth it. So, this episode, we're going to get started on the ship itself. Now, in order to do that, I'm going to need to get some brass. And the power in here finally ran out, so I had to pull it all off. And it occurred to me that I never did get around to completely killing that tower. I'll have to do that at some point before I end the series here. Let's come in here, go into our red power chest, and get our blue electric alloy furnaces. We'll just get 3 of them. Come over here, get some copper and some tin. 3 copper, 1 tin. That's good. We'll go back to the end. We'll drop the blue electric alloy furnaces on top of our power here. Those will immediately suck up a good portion of it. There we go. And you. And you. We'll let that cook up into some brass for us. And I do not have a chunk loader in here yet. So, here's my general plan. What I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to have another blue electric wire coming up the outside of this platform here. I will probably need to do something about power loss because we're going to be bringing up quite a ways. And up here I'm going to have a blue electric cable coming in here. And then I'm also going to have an industrial craft cable coming in here. Why? Well, because our ship is going to have its own power supply on board. Because after all, we're going to need to fly out and, do sorties. If we're coming across an asteroid or something like that, we're going to want to fly out and take a look around. And we're eventually going to run out of power in our power suit. So, we're going to need to do something about that. We're going to want to have some industrial craft power on board. We're going to need blue electric power on board to run the drive engine. So we obviously have to have that. So we're just going to put a huge battery bank on board for the blue electric power. And we are going to put a huge MFSU bank on board. Oh, shut up. For the industrial craft power. Oh, he's right pissed. Go away. He's actually pissed off at me. Let's go kill him. You want to pick a fight? You picked a fight. Splat. You drop anything? No? Now you're pissed off. Come here. Fall down. Go boom. And again. How about another? There we go. Oh, I could do this all night. I think that's all of them that are mad at me. Okay. One important thing to note that I have learned: always make sure your portals are closed before you go into another age. That includes the Nether or the End, or you could potentially get that massive quarry breaking glitch that I got earlier. Shank our brass out of here. We'll wait for the rest of this to cook down. There we go. Wait, something's not right. There's that. Oh, yeah, I guess we're right. Just a display glitch. Okay, there we go. We got plenty of power there. Or plenty of brass there, not power. Derp. Alright, let's throw the brass in here and surround it by sticks. And get ourselves some more frames. And we need some other sort of block to build the spacecraft out of, because I am almost out of iron, as you can see. I'm almost out of gold too, so I don't really want to do it with gold. I debated doing it with silver, but I'm not sure if you can cut silver up. Pulverizer, induction smelter, macerator, compressor. What are the uses for silver block? Microblocks. Hey, we can make silver blocks. We can cut the silver blocks up. So let's have a silver spaceship. That sounds amazing. Take the last little bit of iron out of there. We'll throw some silver in here, get ourselves some silver blocks, and then we will go and start building the design mechanism for the ship. Now, I'm not going to do the 3-axis drive today, but I am going to have to do a 3-axis drive on this one, and not the... Why do I always have one left over? I am going to have to do the 3-axis drive. Come on, finish spitting out my silver blocks, please. Because this one doesn't have to just go forward and backward. This one also has to... Wow, I must have pulled out an extra... Yeah, I must pull out an extra stack beyond what I needed. Whatever, it works. But yeah, one of these days I'll complete the thought. Let's see, we're going to need probably 2 stacks of those. We're going to want probably 4 stacks of these. Because the covers are the things don't stick to, and the panels are the things that they do stick to. Alright? We're also going to need to go out and go to our quarry age which I never did get around to completely cleaning out. We're going to want to grab our 2 portal spawners out of here. And I've also got some support frames in here I forgot about, so let's grab those. Let's grab some of our blue wire, and let's grab our... No, let's not grab the frame motors yet. Extra battery box won't hurt, though. I love that thing. I'm thinking of making it actually bigger. But I'll have to expand the block limit for red power to move. But I might have to do that with the spaceship anyway, so I'm not sure yet. Alright, let's go ahead and go to the end. Oh, hi, Mr. Hiss. I didn't even know you were in here. Mr. Hiss is one of my recording kitties. He sticks around when I'm doing recording stuff. Alright, we'll break that out. Now you're just kind of getting in the way and rubbing up against my microphone. Down, kitty. Here, go out and eat your brothers. Go find the raptor pack. Mr. Hiss goes out, Gizmo comes in. Alright, so I'm thinking the spaceship body is probably going to have to be about 7 wide. Just like that. And then it's going to come out probably about this far before it kind of tapers down. Let's go ahead and match that on this side. Yes, I'm doing a build on camera that is I'm trying to make look aesthetically pleasing. Don't everyone gasp at once. Come back here. I don't normally do this. And then right up here I think is where I'm going to have the bridge with the computer system that controls the whole thing. I'll probably have the computer like sitting here and the monitor, have all the internal components down in the hold here, and then have my cockpit up here with just the monitor showing so that I can click down and issue commands. And I think I want the top of it to be partially reinforced glass so that I can see out of it. But let's go ahead and finish off the bottom of the ship. Alright, I'm figuring I'm going to need the hold to be probably 3 blocks high. Nah, 2 blocks high will be plenty. Right here, I'm going to leave this space blank, because that's where I'm going to have my power access in order to access my storage banks for my power. Break that out. And I'm out of frames. This has become a common problem. Let's come over here to the other wood chest. Grab a couple of stacks of spruce wood since I don't have any more frickin' oak wood. Frickin' creeper. One stack of wood pretty much equals 1 stack of frames. Well, 1 stack of wood and 1 stack of bronze. Brass is 1 stack of frames. So I'm going to want at least 2 more stacks of frames. Let's go ahead and get all of the stuff we need ready. There we go. Click out a stack of those. Click out another stack. There we go. Pop those down. And back to the end. Alright, and we're also going to want to have this space left blank. Or wait, no, that's space not left blank. This space not intentionally left blank. What I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to use a short-range teleporter to get into the ship. Hence the portal spawners. Portal spawners work perfectly fine if you key them with redstone to turn on, only on demand. Alright, and then here is where we're going to have the ship's main hull. Or main deck, rather. And most of this can be left blank. Yeah, I have a sneaking suspicion I'm going to have to up my red power frame movement and the config in order to actually make this beast fly. Because I'm going to have a lot more than 1,000 blocks invested into this before all said and done, and I know it. Alright, a ship is nothing without wings. So let's go ahead and add some sharp looking wings. I'm out of frames again already? Holy crap. Yeah, I'm out of frames again already. Alright. Land. Warehouse. Nine stacks of copper. 3 stacks of tin. For right now, with coal spawners in there. Back to the end. We'll do it this way. And while that runs, we are going to go through and we're going to put silver covers on the entire outer hull of the ship so far. Because the outer hull of the ship we do not want to stick to anything. And yes, we are going to have to do the bottom of it too, because we could eventually be landing the ship places. Or we could accidentally run into something, and we don't want it to stick. So the entire outer hull of the ship has to be covered. It's one of the reasons I chose silver. I have tons of it. Break off of there. Here, though, we're going to need to have something else. We're going to need to have the covers, or the panels on the inside. Because things will stick to panels, and we do want the interior of the ship to stick. Doesn't do us much good if the interior of the ship doesn't go anywhere. And the exterior does. That's going to become especially important once we put in the drive. Without the drive, this ship ain't going nowhere. Come on. Never had a problem with laying things on the top of them before. Minecraft is messing with me tonight. Let's see. While I'm doing the prettification stuff here, I suppose I can discuss a little something about Season 4. I got to looking at Season 4, and I know I caused a little bit of a panic among everyone when I said, you know, I'm seriously thinking about dropping Industrial Craft 2 for Season 4 because I feel like there's no need to have a whole bunch of mods that do the same thing, and Industrial Craft kind of does the same thing as everything else. Well, I found out that there is one thing that Industrial Craft does do better than any other mod, and that is charge modular power suits. I couldn't find a solution to charge modular power suits without Industrial Craft. Apparently Universal Electricity will do it, but Universal Electricity is not available right now. So, for right now, Industrial Craft has re-entered the mix, as has Forestry. Forestry mostly because it gives us more stuff to do. That way we can dick around with bees if we feel like it. We can mess around with biogas if we feel like it. We can get into some tree breeding to do some cool artistic builds. Forestry just adds a little too much to be totally ignored, especially when you're dealing with people who get bored easily, like me. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I did actually kind of have to, you know, psych myself up to do the episode tonight because, I'll be honest with you guys, this installation is starting to get a little stale for me. I'm hitting the point where I'm trying to find things to do as opposed to having too many things to do, you know? Every Minecraft player has hit it at some point. It happens sooner in vanilla than most, but even modded installations eventually hit that dreaded point where it's just time to move on. Let's go ahead and take our gravitational engine off. Do I have another Enderman pissed at me? Yeah, sure enough I do. Let's go ahead and pull the brass out of here. Get those cooking again. Let's go dispose of our problem. Come on. Come and get me. Whee! I fall down and go boom. I fall down and go boom again. Serves you right. Alright. Let's go ahead and do the bottom of the ship. Remember, the entire exterior of the ship has to be coated in panels. Covers, not panels. Because if it's not, if I touch down somewhere, it's going to stick. I don't want it to stick. Ships sticking to asteroids is bad. Oh yeah, I'm going to totally exceed that 1,000 block limit with this build. Probably just going to get it over with and upgrade it to 2,000-3,000, maybe even as high as 5,000, so I don't have to worry about whether or not I've got enough to do it. Shut up, Enderman. I swear there are times I feel like switching into peaceful mode simply because I know they can't get me when I'm flying, and therefore all they're doing is making creepy noises and pissing me off. Like those miserable cows. Moo! Damn it. Trying to place panels while flying is also interesting. Not as easy as it looks. Well, I mean, it's basically just flying around putting panels in place, but yeah, it's not as easy as it looks. It's very easy to misclick. Like that. In other news, I got a message from one of my subscribers asking me if they could come play on the Terraformer Craft with Friends server. Unfortunately, I have to say no, and unfortunately that's going to be the case for anyone who asks. I mean, honestly, people, not even all of my friends are invited to play on Terraformer Craft with Friends, because some of my friends are trolls, and I know it. And I won't risk the series being damaged by allowing someone who either has a reputation for trolling or who I don't know well enough to know that they aren't going to try to troll me join the server. And on another related subject, no, I'm afraid I don't have time to come play on your server as much as I would like to. I'm already playing on the Terraformer Craft server and another server and Gold Scourge and working on the Season 4 and working on Mod of Minecraft. I barely have enough time to do the projects I have, much less play around elsewhere. So, Unfortunately, no. Can't do it. I should totally just teach this frickin' system how to make frames. You know what? Let's do that. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of making them by hand. Screw this. Screw you guys. I'm making them the easy way. One piece of brass. 8 sticks. And how much jungle wood do I have? I have enough jungle wood that I should be able to do this easily. So we're going to take jungle wood, because I don't have any freaking oak wood left. I had 19,000 pieces of oak wood saved up. I'm actually kind of pissed about losing it. Just dig our way in, I don't care. There. And in here I've got an empty spot, which I can come in here, open this, and I can teach just jungle wood becomes jungle wood planks. And we can import that. And then, oh, no, I already know jungle wood planks. Let's open that, and instead of doing that, we're going to do jungle wood into sticks. Actually, I already did that too, didn't I? Damn. Okay, never mind. Instead of all that, we're just going to do sticks around a piece of brass. Gives you a support frame. We'll import that. Good. Alright, so that was kind of a pain in the ass. Let's go back here. Let's put this stupid jungle wood away. Let's come over here. Let's find our frames. And let's request 2 stacks to start out. 127 of them were readily available. So it just had to craft 1. There we go. And let's craft another stack for good measure. That should be pulling a crap load of wood to build a crap load of support frames for us, which should be enough to finish the bottom of the ship, if nothing else. This is going to take for bloody ever, so we'll just let that keep thinking about it while we go back to the end. I do have chunk loaders there. Alright, and over here, connect the wing right there. We'll fill the wing in. I know I'm wasting a couple of silver panels by doing it this way, but I don't really care. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out from here. How far did we come in? 4. And then we staggered like this until we got to 3. And like that. Yeah, looks good. Okay, the wings are done. Now, what am I going to do back here? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have 1 set of frames here. Just like that. Then on top of here, I'm going to have a layer of reinforced glass right where that is. And then I'm going to have another frame on top. But if I'm going to do this, I'm going to have some supports for the glass. Actually, I think I'm going to knock that out of there. And I'm going to do the glass support here. I'm going to do one here. And then I'll just have glass coming out the front here and coming out the sides there, connecting to those. I might not even do reinforced glass. I might just do regular glass or hardened glass. I don't think I can do glass paints. I'm not sure, I never tried it. Out of frames. Let's go back home. Come over to the glass chest and see how we're fixed for regular glass. Let's try it with regular glass. I actually have enough reinforced I could do it with reinforced, but I think I just want regular glass. By now we've got our support frames. We know we're going to need more, so let's go ahead and request another stack of them. Get those working. Weird glitch every once in a while when you're going to the end. Let's turn our grav engine off for a second here. No need to waste power. Oops. There we go. And down we go. And over here, we'll connect our frames just like that. And now we'll put the glass in. We're going to need a frame here. Oops. Yeah, that actually hurt. Not bad, but it actually hurt. There we go. No, I don't like that. Actually, now that I think about it, yeah, I do like that. Just do it like that. And we're going to want to have some frames coming out here. Not necessarily there. And am I going to like that there? Or am I going to want it in closer? I actually don't like that there. So we'll bust those out. We'll go with that. A little more overhead. That looks good. Maybe bust this out. Give us kind of a more... Well, that kind of removes all of the shaping from the cockpit, though. But I actually do like this. Just like that. And then here we'll just have that like that. Over here, we're going to need a frame up top to fix the glass on. We're going to want frames on top of that to hold the glass. And frames underneath to hold the glass. And the frames do have to be connected at some point, so we'll do that in the corners here. Just like that. And we'll leave the top layer here to act as kind of a bulkhead. I don't know if that's the proper term for it, but it sounds good to me, so we'll roll with it. And we'll leave these here as the support frames. And then this will be the cockpit. We'll have our computer systems monitor sitting right here. We'll have kind of a captain's chair here. And we can kind of see in all directions here. We can't see down, but we should be able to see up if I do something like this. And then we use frames over here. And a stripe of frames down the middle. Alright, one stripe of frames down the middle. And that should complete the exterior of our ship. We still need to give it its silver skin. We still need to put in the teleporter to actually get inside the thing. And we're eventually going to want to have an airlock. And I'm not sure how I'm going to do the airlock system yet, but we'll figure something out. For right now, I think this is about enough to call it an episode. So what I'm going to do here, I actually don't like that there. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to call it an episode. I'm going to go back and compress a bunch more silver into blocks. I'm going to come back and I'm going to skin the entire outside of this ship in silver. Get the components ready for the drive part of the build. And when we come back next episode, we will work out the ship's power systems and the drive system. And then after that, we will work on the last and most important system, the self-defense system. That should be fun. Anyway, I think that's enough for one episode. This has been Nightdagger with Let's Play a Mod of Minecraft, episode 54. Starting to wrap things up to a close, but we can still squeak some life out of this old boy yet. So I'll catch you guys later.